You know.
So when you go to Russia, you take that attitude, like, let's just see what the experience. So you have your own experience of what Russia's like.
Yeah, I'm going to have my own experience and not let it be what anyone else's. And also, I had been to Russia before. I went in '95. I used to work for a company that made documentaries, these guys, and I ended up going along to help them out. It was the first time I'd ever left the U.S. It was a big, had a big effect on me. So,
Do you know how to speak it?
No. I mean, I can do my instructions in it. I know some words. I mean, I took some time to learn how to use the alphabet so I can get around. You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
Yeah. And
like,
so
what
you know,
is that?
Yeah.
That's like Celtic.
Yeah.
It's like ancient
Cyrillic is what it's called.
Is that what it is? Cyrillic?
Yeah, it's a guy named Cyril. So it's that. I thought,
wow.
how's it Cyrillic? Yeah, but it's actually named after the guy who made it.
That's the Russian stuff. What is that Celtic stuff that
Oh yeah, those runes, the runes or something. Yeah,
that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Like some of the letters in Russia, like why is it that? Why would they do it backwards? Like it's the same letter that we have, but it's backwards.
Right. Yeah. That's a ya you're talking about.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, the one that looks like a backwards R.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the ya.
What does that stand for over there?
Just means ya.
Yeah.
And we use it like I too, right?
That. Yeah. Look at that chaos.
So that's how you say I. You say ya.
Look at their fucking language, man. Look, what's up with that H? What's up with that upside down H?
The H is the N. The H is the N.
What?
That's how you use an N.
Oh my God.
So like once you get used to reading, so you always see pecto pie everywhere you go, right?
What's that little
That means
H?
restaurant.
What's that upside down little H that looks like a candle holder? Yeah, right there.
Oh,
What's that?
Yeah.
That's an upside down H.
Uh-huh.
What happened there?
It looks like a Y.
Somebody took that H and dumped it on its head. But it looks like H, doesn't it?
Yeah,
like if you flipped it upside down, it's like look at the E below that. Like what the fuck is that thing? And so that's a ya, that backwards R.
Yeah.
So you would use it like ya. You'd say that word when you
use it like just how we use I.
Oh.
I, and we use it like I, and then we might use it in another reason too. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It is kind of amazing how different the way we write is to the way Asian folks do. That's
right.
That's the real freak out.
And I think you just have to learn it, right? Each and of them, you have to learn each and every one of those. It looks like it's pretty hard to learn.
Well, especially if it's not completely ingrained in your memory as a child.
Yeah,
because pick it up late in life.
I know there's some people who speak Mandarin, but they can't write it. Yeah,
they can't write it. They can't read it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, it's alien.
Yeah.
It looks alien. I mean, the fact that a whole different side of the world writes that way in these little characters.
So I do have some help when I go over there. I'm going to tell you some. I got married a few years ago. My wife is Russian.
Ah, there you go.
And she speaks Chinese. So when I go to China, reads and writes Chinese. So when we go to these countries,
reads and writes Chinese?
Yeah, it's just easier to learn. Yeah,
wow. And English or no?
English,
maybe that's how you get along?
Yeah, that's how we get along. 'Cause some people are good with languages, man.
That's incredible.
Her Spanish is better than mine already. Just got here.
To have Russian, which has its own use of the alphabet, and then Chinese, which is another whole deal, and English. Does she have room in her head for anything else?
I know,
it seems like your hard drive would be full.
Yeah. That's
with those
crazy.
3 languages. Like, fuck.
3 hard languages, right?
Probably the hardest.
I heard the Russian's hard and English. Well, I'm not going to say hard. I've been trying to learn it. It's hard. There's so many ways to say something. They conjugate a lot. I think a lot more than Spanish.
Really?
And that's what I have problems with. We all get Spanish words. We live in L.A. But conjugating verbs, But she can do it easy because she's like, because they conjugate so much more.
Yeah, those might be the 3 hardest languages to learn outside of maybe the other Asian languages, like Japanese is probably pretty difficult to learn.
Yeah, I heard the Vietnamese is tough.
Yeah. And then, you got those languages that you look at, wow, that's crazy. And then you see like ancient Hebrew.
Yeah.
You look at Hebrew language, like the way they write, like what the fuck?
I don't know. I bet Arabic's tough.
Arabic's got to be tough.
Yeah.
I mean, how many languages are there, if you had to guess?
Yeah.
Hundreds. It's a lot.
Yeah. Hundreds.
Variations and dialects, and depending on like where you are, even in Mexico, there's different. They don't even speak the same Spanish down there.
Really?
Yeah. Even in Spanish, like you can because I took a couple of Spanish classes, right? But I can understand people from Spain easier for some reason. And I grew up right here. It's harder for me to understand the way they speak Spanish.
My friend lives in my friend Adam Greentree. He lives in Australia, and he has a lot of experience with like the indigenous people that live there because he works in a mining company. and they deal with a lot of the Aborigines, and they have the groups of people, they call them mobs. That's what they call themselves.
Okay.
Like instead of like a village or a clan, they call themselves a mob. That's what Aborigines use. And they have different languages for different mobs. So like there might be hundreds of mobs in this area, and they all have different languages. So you drive. I go, well, how close? He's like, a few miles. I go, a few miles. You know, he would say kilometers. Say maybe 20, 100 kilometers. Like, so you go 100 kilometers, and you got a totally different language.
Oh, what?
That's all the different languages.
This is a map of all
but maybe they're similar, right?
areas of the mobs.
I don't believe so. I think they don't know what the fuck each other are saying.
Right. Yeah, that's why we can't understand Australians, right?
Right, but if you look at that, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who's documenting all this stuff and whether or not they've saved these languages, and they haven't, because it's very likely that like little ones of them will just go. You know, if these people assimilate into other populations or move out, like you might lose these langes.
Yeah, that's what I like about going to Russia too, because there's so many different cultures and so many people, and I like that. I like people. Like I get to go to Grozny, and I've been to Dagestan. Grozny is in Chechnya.
Yeah, what's that like?
It was a really cool place. I went to show you some pictures. Went and looked around. Well, because for me, what's really cool about it is the energy that people have about developing over there right now. Because there was a war there. You know about that, right? Yeah, there was a war, and right now they're really building up, and they're really excited about it. So I think it's just it's cool to go and see people who are really see like kind of a group mentality about moving forward. You know. So
where exactly is this, and what was their war?
You heard of Chechnya?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they had a war with Russia.
Right.
A civil war. So, yeah, see, that's what it used to look like. Yeah. Now you got a picture of it now, right? Yeah.
So it's
there it is now.
Of rebuilding.
Yeah. And that rebuilt, they're energetic about it, and there's pride of it, and it's cool. It's cool to be able to go there and get to see it.
That is cool to see something in the middle of a rebirth like that, right? That's beautiful.
And in that area, a lot of places, there's a lot of rebirth energy going on.
Oh, wow. So that's what it looked like right after the war? God damn. Wow. That's a crazy image.